Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson about the past continuous and the past simple. What are you going to learn in this lesson? Well, at the end of this lesson you will know when to use past continuous and when to use past simple. Let's first of all take a look at the formation of the past continuous. With I and he, she and it, we use was. In all other cases we use were. And we always have a verb plus ing, of course. Well, that was quite simple, wasn't it? Let's now take a look at when to use the past continuous. We use past continuous for incomplete actions, for actions that were going on at a specific time in the past, for actions that had not finished yet at that specific time in the past. Let's take a look at the very first example here. Last night at 10 o'clock, we were watching a film. That means that last night at 10 o'clock, we were in the middle of watching a film. We hadn't finished watching the film yet. The second example, at that moment Father was reading the paper, means that Father was in the middle of reading the paper, that he hadn't finished reading the paper yet. When two incomplete actions happen at the same time, we use past continuous twice. This becomes clear from the first example. While we were watching a film, Father was reading the paper. And also from the second. Mum was cooking dinner, while Dad was working in the garden. We use past continuous for incomplete actions that are really background actions. The first example, we were watching a film when someone broke into our house, means we were in the middle of watching a film. We hadn't finished watching the film yet when someone broke into our house. The second example here, Father was reading the paper when the phone rang, means Father was in the middle of reading the paper. He hadn't finished reading the paper yet when the phone rang. As I said, we use past continuous for background actions. For the other action in the sentence, we use past simple, as in, we were watching a film when someone broke into our house. Broke is past simple. Father was reading the paper when the phone rang. Rang is past simple. For complete actions that do not happen at the same time, but one after the other, we use past simple, as in, he stopped the car, got out, opened the front door, closed it, walked into the living room, sat down and switched on the TV. Now let's summarize this using different examples. We use past continuous to talk about things that were going on and hadn't finished at a particular time in the past. For instance, at 5 o'clock we were playing tennis. For two incomplete actions in the past, we use past continuous twice, as in, while we were playing tennis, John was watching us. We use past continuous for a background action, and for the other action we use past simple, as in, while John was watching us, he suddenly fainted. And finally, for complete actions not happening at the same time, but one after the other, we use past simple, as in, someone called an ambulance, which arrived only a few minutes later, and took John to hospital.